Hello, Spiritual Collective. So tonight when I asked what we as a collective needed to hear, what messages we needed to focus on, two cards came out together. The Four of Chalices and the Higher Self, okay? The Four of Chalices coming first, followed by the Higher Self. And to me, this feels really explanatory, self-explanatory. In this image, she's looking towards a star, hopeful. She's not even looking at the cup. She's looking hopeful in the vastness of the sea of stars, surrounded by the sea. She's surrounded by a vastness of infinite possibilities, and followed by the higher self. So, looking towards our higher self for guidance, really tapping into our higher selves. Notice in this is the High Priestess pretty much in this deck. She's coming out of the water. She's bringing knowledge and wisdom, looking towards higher wisdom and knowledge within ourselves, than our higher selves, looking beyond our material world to that of the higher senses and letting that guide us. Okay? Then I pulled two other cards, fell out together, and they were the Five of Flames followed by the Chariot. And for me, this really feels like, okay, we're moving forward despite everything, the challenges that we've been through. Again, there may have been a time when we felt like we didn't know which way to go. We were there was a lot of what felt like things coming at us, opposition coming at us. We felt like maybe we just weren't quite sure, or maybe that there was some kind of boundary keeping us from our goal, something like that, some kind of opposition, it felt like. But I'm feeling, especially with the sun in the background, we still had it within our sight, and we're moving towards that now. There really is no holding back right now. We're moving past that. We're moving beyond whatever boundaries and limitations we might have felt if it was placed upon us by others or circumstances. We are moving past that and going forward towards our hopes, dreams, and goals. Okay? Really getting that strongly at this time. It is a time of spiritual development, of moving forward, of placing our wants and our desires in front of us and going full force for those. Yeah. Again, the Nine of Flames. There was a time when you felt you really, and you still do feel like you have to fight for what is yours. You've had to be on the defensive, but you held your spot, you held your line, and you still are. But you're definitely in a position of power. Moving forward, you're in this position of power. Now, it's not without hardship. This road has not been without hardship. As you see with the bandage, you've been through quite a bit. Also getting with the head wound, the psychic attacks, mental anguish as well. A lot of mind games. My mind goes there because that's what we get at this channel, don't we? We get a lot of people throwing stuff at us. The Sage of Orbs. You tell it like it is. You speak your truth. You speak the truth. You speak of truths. This can offend people. This can get people in their feelings because they might not want you to say the truth because they may be benefiting from lies. Also, a lot of people don't want to hear what the truth holds. But you're very knowledgeable, you have a lot of wisdom, and you share this wisdom with others. I feel like this time, especially now, we've gotten this card before, so you probably are a pretty prominent speaker. You probably do a lot of speaking. You may have a presence online speaking. But even in general, your life, you tend to say it how it is. You're not afraid of this. But like, again, we've gotten this card before, but I feel with this card now, in her face, it's more determined. It is more determined, and it's more like steadfast, and I'm not really getting a lot of sway here. I feel like you're going to probably be saying a lot more of what's on your mind in the days to come, and you're not going to hold back as much as you may have. Even though you don't usually hold back, you're going to be holding back a lot less, because I feel like there's something that needs to be said that you need to say. And you specifically, because you have such a strong voice, and you're a beacon of truth, and your words have power. Summon. Yes, you're summoning up something within you. You're summoning up the power to move forward. You're also really in touch with the other side. You have a certain spark, a certain gift within you. Yeah, that you are really in touch with. Okay. Oh, what's... Wishing. Okay. Yeah, wishing. Again, with that goal, with that dream, of that vision that you have, wishing does play a role in that. It's very important that you go towards your hopes, dreams, goals at this time. You have a very strong dream. You have a very strong goal that you've had for a long time. Okay, obedience. Wanted to come out in the reverse. There's others that wanted to blindfold you. Getting this now, this is a projection of other people. Again, we're addressing this card right here, the 5 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. Again, with the bandage on the head, she's blindfolded. It wanted to come in reverse. And when I look at this image, this time I get different things when I look at it, right? And this time I'm getting like they wanted you to blindly follow these set of rules, to go along with a certain belief system or narrative or some kind of truth that wasn't yours, but you aren't. So this is twofold. This is how you are. You stand in your power. You stand in your truth. You are obedient to yourself and spirit, but they wanted to reverse this for you. Again, so it's both ways, because it wanted to come out in reverse, but then didn't. But when I looked at it from its reverse aspect, when I had that in my mind, it definitely was a projection of someone else, what they wanted you to do. They wanted you to go, like, out of your ways, jump through hoops for them, to not be authentic to yourself, to not be true to yourself, and not be true to spirit and the wisdom that you were gaining. They didn't want you to speak the truth. They wanted you to speak what they wanted you to speak, or see things from their point of view, even though you knew it was not right. Cycles. There may be cycles of this that you go through off and on. The moon may be significant to you. You may work moon magic. There's definitely cycles going on here. Cycles with your dream, with your goal as well. You are cycling through another phase of moving toward getting closer and closer to your dream each time you approach it in a different way. Again, approaching it a different way each time, manifesting it and growing it even more so in chaos. Okay. There's an element of chaos in here. Again, this may be with the other people trying to throw chaos into your life to, again, instability. When this was reversed, I was getting like to knock you off balance, to get you off guard, to knock you off balance. And I think this is addressing this. And there is cycles of what you feel, maybe people throwing chaos into your life with this upheaval. Definitely someone wanted to upheaval your success, your progress. Reminder, please remember not to give up on yourself. This is your reminder to keep moving forward. Again, you are moving forward, and you need to keep moving forward. So when things, okay, all right. So when chaos sets in and gets you off course, because sometimes this chaos will come in and set off a different cycle. Will be a certain cycle where you're working towards it, and then chaos will step in, and then you have to step down, and then you go move towards it again, right? You need to keep, this is a reminder to keep moving forward despite the chaos. If you have to stop for a little while, make sure that you keep it on the minimum. What you need to do is you need to keep track. Maybe you need to have like a habit tracker, or like a to-do list that's really like daily. Like they have journals that are really good for this, to really keep you on track so you don't forget. Also, don't forget that you have an important goal and a dream and some project that you really need to work on, that you need to move forward with, that you set down in this cycle, that you set it down during a certain part of the cycle, and you need to pick it back up, getting that as well. It's very important that you keep moving forward with what you do. Your voice and your perspective is very important. The fledgling. I'm getting a burning fire within, a desire. Let me just get a little detail here. Yeah, some kind of inner fire is what I'm getting. Definitely heart inspired, something that really gets you going, that really moves your passions, this thing that's driving you forward. But also too, that you feel new at it. You may feel like you're just beginning, or you're beginning a different phase of that thing, and you feel like you're set back, or you're that you're a beginner again, or that you're, you know, you've started something up again where you left off, and now you're not as far as you could be. You're still in this beginner phase, or you're in this beginning phase again. There's something new that's beginning, that's still in infancy. Listening, okay, and this is where we have the added message on the card that's very important. And this is, I know what it says, but I want to make sure I get it right word by word. Darkness does not always equate to evil, and light does not always equate to good. I'm sure we know this on this channel, but for a reminder, again, things that may look dark, or may look a certain way, or may be considered sinister, or been painted by society as evil, you know, like this dragon, ooh, or this snake, or this lion, ooh, it looks scary, ooh, it must be evil, but that's not always the case. Okay, what it may look dark and scary is not always that. And what comes off as light and beautiful and sparkly is not always that as well. So keeping that in mind, moving forward, just in case you need extra discernment when it comes to others, when it comes to things that people tell you. They could be telling you pretty lies, trying to get you to believe them, again with that blind following that they want you to do. Rigid. We get this a lot. Ooh, that one. Again, I feel like these are this is a boundary with you, and you may be considered rigid to others, which you have this significant wisdom to look. And you see this lookout, this raven crow here. This raven is looking down. It has vision. It can see. It's on top. It has, yeah. I mean, you have connection to the other side. You have guidance, but you also are protected, and you protect yourself. This may or may not change during the reading, or have an added or have an added meaning. But I feel right now what it really is, that you have your boundaries up. Okay. Which there's nothing wrong with that. Knowing what again. Oh yeah, especially with this Nine of Flames here. You've learned that you have to put up boundaries. You have to have, because other people didn't respect what you had. They wanted to attack your peace, bring chaos into your life, and then you were like, no, I'm not having any of that. I'm maintaining my peace. I'm maintaining my my sovereignty, I'm maintaining who I am, and I'm protecting myself. Open intuition, seek clarification. Okay, there's something you need to seek clarity on, but you're going to be guided. You're going to be shown something, because here we have the third eye activated. There's eyes here. There's some spiritual insight as well. But with the clarity that you need to seek on this, I really think it has to do with the listening. This listening card here with, you know, this whole what darkness isn't always dark and light isn't always light. I feel like it's telling you that some discernment needs to be, maybe you need to look a little bit to your higher self, again with the original cards here, looking for this to your higher self for clarity. Looking to your higher self for clarity on a situation that you may need help on, for further guidance. Okay, that's very important. You can trust yourself. You've been through a lot. Keep your boundaries up. Don't be too rigid, but be protected. Shield your energy. Oh, what was I just talking about? Shield your energy. Okay, so it's important for you to shield your energy at this time, because there's some deception going on. Something, and you got to listen to words. You got to listen, because it says listening. So there's something within the words that people are saying. They're saying these words, reading between the lines. Like they're not saying it, but what they're saying is saying something that's going to clarify an idea that you've already had. Like if they're less than honest. So there's something there, like their intentions are going to come out in their words. And it might not even be that they realize that they're doing it, but it's going to come out and it's going to let you know. You can also seek guidance for this, but you need to be shielded. You need to shield your energy, because that's really important at this time. Again, with the rigid boundaries, I got that. I was like, yeah, this is actually working for your good right now. Oh, where's that card? Because of this chaos that people are trying to put into your life. Again, right? Shielding your energy, because you have to. Because you have these people coming at you, these obstacles. You have to shield your energy. Shield your energy, protect yourself, and ask for clarity, and be open to receiving that clarity through means. Again, listening to words, looking at actions, reading between the lines. Guardian. Guard your energy. Okay. You have shield your energy, where it says look beneath the surface. Look beneath the surface. Again, read between the lines. Look beneath the surface. What's on the surface isn't what it appears to be. Guardian, guard your energy. So you got guard your energy, shield your energy. Something isn't what it seems. And yeah, you do have guardians helping you as well with protection. Also, ask a protection, your guides, your guardians, spirits that you work with, also ones that are known for protection, like Archangel Michael and others, but just as for an example. Very important that you shield at this time. It's coming at you. It's coming at you. Yeah, it's good to know that this, and it's very deceptive. And it really wants to bring chaos into your life and knock you off course. It wants to knock you off course. People have nothing better to do with their lives, really. This is sad. This is really sad behavior. Because probably they don't like your honesty or authenticity. Oh, wow, this is a lot of cards. Awakened spirit, desire to change, celestial gatekeeper, timing is critical. Clear and activate. Clear sacred space. Okay, clearing yourself, clearing your space is very important, and that'll help you move forward. Celestial gatekeeper. Timing is critical. So there is timing that's coming in that's also very critical. Divine timing. Clear and activate. We already said that. Awaken spirit. Desire to change. You have a desire to change. That's why you're moving forward. Your desire to change also triggers other people who want to stay stagnant or want to see you stagnant. They want to see you stagnant because they're stagnant themselves. Clear and activate. Awaken spirit. You're clearing your energy field. And the celestial gatekeeper as well, when I said you had guides and guardians, it's just, I know it's a different bird, but it's drawing me to the bird on this image that is keeping watch, that is working as a guide and guardian to help you. Clear your energy field, clear your surroundings around you, stay focused, stay protected, stay shielded, guard your energy, and move forward. But don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone your plans. Because I feel like right now it's just like, oh man, you know, people just want to come at you and throw dumb stuff your way, get you off course. And you know, when you're spiritual, you have this even more, because it's just like you have that spiritual element. It's just, that's extra, extra, right? And it's just like, oh, Lord. Okay. Ah, your soul journey. Yeah, moving on your soul journey. Okay. You're moving forward on your journey. This is very important. This goal is very important that you move towards it, because it's spiritually significant. It's going to help others. It's going to help you and others heal and move forward on your path. Very important. Okay, I got communication. You communicate with others. Again, we had that you're a great speaker, you're a great orator. I mean, you know, you're good at that. But also two communications from the other side. This is really going to help you. You're going to be opened up to that transformation. Self-love is important. Clearing, protection, self-love. Focus on yourself right now. Tree of life. Grounding. I'm getting grounding too. Get out in nature. Work with trees if you can. Something significant about trees. But also just the tree of life, in the branches reaching towards heaven and the roots down into the earth, into the, I mean, if you follow the other side of the tree of life as well in your magic, in like a balance of both, I'm getting with the tree of life and clipothic elements here. That's what I'm getting. So there's the two of those. There's a balance here, okay? And you may be getting guidance and communications from both of these sides. But you grounded and being whole, reaching towards the heavens as well, with branching out, receiving information. But you do need to be guarded, because there's a lot coming at you at this moment in time. There's a lot of hidden intentions that you need to guard yourself from. There's just a lot of energies that want to get you to fall in line. It's really annoying. We get this a lot, and it's just irritating. Source. Ooh, okay. You're going to have a lot of angelic help. A lot of guidance. Okay. Keeping yourself, again, with cleansing yourself, keeping yourself open for communications to the other side. Inspirations as well. Getting that. Ooh, compassion and retreat. Have compassion for yourself. You need to have compassion for yourself and others, but mostly for yourself right now, because you're going through this time where you need to incubate and retreat, We've had this before recently. You need to incubate and retreat, and also again with this self-love. This self-love and compassion towards yourself. Okay? That you need to really heal. You're healing. I mean, we're always healing, but you're really, because the thing is you're healing. Sorry, reading burps. You're healing, but you're also expanding at the same time. So you need to be gentle on yourself. You also need to be a bit guarded. Not too horribly guarded, because you are protected. You do need to expand at this time. But you also need to be very discerning and again, protected. Okay? You know, it's always something. You know, it just... again, we're used to it. It's just part of our soul's path, our journey. You got something important to say, and things are going to try to stop you. Bonsai garden. Okay, again with this retreat energy, with this meditation, with this self-love. My light went out. With this self-love, you need to focus on honing your skills, patience and your skills, okay? Very important at this time. Sorry about the lighting. No! It's okay. I guess we're going to end soon. We'll get a few more cards for this reading. Aha. Ah, Call of the Moon. Again with this psychic connection, this intuitive connection. A draw to the moon and a draw to the ocean. Okay? There may be an illusionary kind of feel to this too, but definitely a more psychic feel I'm getting. Okay? Yeah, that's a lot of cards. Just kind of like fell out there. Let's a little more. You're doing so well. You're doing so well. Again. Okay, let's focus. You're expanding. You're moving towards this goal. You're getting really close, and that's really why you're getting a lot of like things coming at you, okay? But it feels successful. But you've just really gotta you gotta stand firm in who you are. You gotta focus on yourself at this time. That's very important. There's something about, yeah, also retreating in a way. Again, we had retreat and we had bonsai garden. Ah, protector of the fortress. Oh, I wish this light was working because everything looks a little dark. I'm sorry. Protector of the fortress. You see that? The dragon there. Protecting your castle. Yeah. Protection is amped up with all the protection cards that we got for this reading. Again, very important. So, please be protected out there. Please clear your energy. It's really important to guard your energy at this time. Do a lot of protective magic. Ask for protection. Work with protective guides, spirits, angels, whatever you work with, to help move you forward. Because you need to move forward in a protective, shielded way. That's the message. So do that. Move forward, expand, become the greatest version of your higher self.